The early spring sun is out here in Big Island, Virginia. What a great day it is for some big dudes, big throws, and big competition here at the 2026 Sedalia Celtic Festival and Highland Games. Our athletes will compete in 7 different events including Braar, open stone, caber, weights for distance, sheath, and weight over bar. The lower an athlete finishes in each event, the more points they get. After all the events, the athlete with the least points will be crowned champion. Without further ado, let's meet our athletes. A lawyer by day and an absolute monster with some kind of weight in his hand, we have Jacob East. The loudest and most energetic man on the field, we have Jesse East. The beanie-wearing beast from Ashland, Virginia, we have Jeremy Futrell. This doctor from Tennessee is surgical with his Cber Toss, we have Spencer Keck. It's the big man from Pennsylvania, we have Chaz Wagner. And last but not least, the Fredericksburg freak, we have Brandon Pinckney. The athletes jumped right in bright and early with Braar, where competitors launch a stone as far as possible without an approach. Today the athletes are throwing a 23.2 pound stone. Jacob East opens the competition with what will be his best Braar throw of 26 feet 6 inches. Spencer Keck follows suit with a huge push of 31 feet 6 inches, putting him in first place. In the second round of Braar, Jeremy Futrell takes over first place with a huge push of 32 feet 4 inches. Chaz Wagner challenges Keck for second place with his best throw of 31 feet 5.5 inches. Brandon Pinckney launches for his best throw of 24 feet. Jesse East closes out the second round with his best throw of 29 feet 3 inches. The third round was all Jeremy Futrell, improving his daily best with a throw of 32 feet 7.5 inches, crowning him as the Braar champion and putting him in first place overall. We spoke with him about his favorite event and how he'd like to perform before today's games, and his answer shouldn't come as a shock to anyone.
It's tough to have a favorite event this early in the season because you're kind of coming off the off season. You don't really know what's going to click and what's not. Stones are historically good for me. Typically, I'm a good bit north of 30 in the Braar.
Looking at the leaderboard, Futrell in the top spot, followed by Keck and Wagner rounding out the podium positions. The East brothers trailing just behind with Pinckney at the bottom. Let's keep the excitement going with open stone. Similar to shot put, competitors will launch a 17.5 pound stone with an approach allowed in open stone. Throwing his event best of 30 feet 2 inches, first up is Pinckney. Jesse East launches a first round bomb of 38 feet 1 inch, taking him to first place early on. In the second round, Wagner gets himself into second place with a huge throw of 37 feet 2 inches. Immediately after, Keck launches the stone for 37 feet 3.5 inches to push Wagner into third. And in a tense battle, Futrell knocks Keck into third with a throw of 37 feet 8 inches. In the third round, Jacob East throws his event best of 32 feet 1 inch. With the final statement throw of 37 feet 11 inches, Jesse East claims the open stone crown with his first round throw of 38 feet 1 inch. We spoke with him about his expectations coming into today. Here's what he had to say.
Stones, I'm hoping to just hit some PRs on stones. I got a couple good ones. I've been doing a lot of presses and, trying to get my strength up a little bit, so we'll see. Who knows?
A look back at the leaderboard, it's Futrell still in that top spot with Jesse East and Keck tied for second. Wagner drops to fourth place while Jacob East and Pinckney stay put at 5 and 6. Let's take it back to the field for the crowd favorite Cber Toss. The event got off to a hot start when Futrell broke the 19-foot 115-pound caber, something he says he's never done in a competition. After some valiant efforts from Pinckney, Jesse East, Jacob East, and Futrell, they were unable to turn the caber, leaving the battle up to Keck and Wagner. Wagner managed to turn the caber to 2 o'clock on his first attempt. The excitement was short-lived when Keck followed up with a 1 o'clock turn. In the second round, Wagner managed to turn a 12 o'clock, a perfect turn for the Pennsylvanian. Keck followed up with a turn at 12:30, narrowly failing to best Wagner. After a no turn from Keck in the third round and another impressive 11:30 turn, Wagner took the Cber Toss crown. Wagner says his new workout routine had him feeling great coming into today's competition.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I started a new routine this year. I'm actually trying to work out. I was on a little hiatus from it where I was just throwing and competing, but I just kind of started to get back into weightlifting again. So we'll see if, it makes a little bit of a difference. I hope it does.
Yeah. Taking over first place on the leaderboard is Spencer Keck, with Futrell and Wagner now tied for silver. The East brothers side by side at 4 and 5 ahead of Pinckney at 6. Let's head back over to the pit for the weight for distance throws. Starting off with the 56-pound heavyweight, Jesse East throws his event best of 23 feet 7 inches. Following up, Wagner throws his best of 22 feet 8 inches. Jeremy Futrell gets himself into first place with a throw of 29 feet 4 inches. Pinckney moves ahead of Wagner with a throw of 23 feet 2 inches. Jacob East jumps into second with a great throw of 24 feet 11 inches. To finish the event, Spencer Keck launches a bomb 30 feet 1 inch to take the heavyweight crown, pushing Futrell and Jacob East into second and third. A solid performance from Pinckney. We spoke to him before and he says he cut some weight over the offseason.
I like the weights for distance. I think they're my favorite right now, yeah. So I feel pretty good, but I lost a bunch of weight over the last 6 months and haven't had much practice getting back in. So today is just kind of knocking the rust off, get back to it.
Not much changing on the leaderboard. Wagner and Jesse East now tied for bronze. Keck and Futrell holding down gold and silver with Jacob East and Pinckney at 5 and 6. Back to the pit for lightweight. After a quiet first round, Jesse East throws the 28-pound lightweight 55 feet 4 inches. Pinckney follows up with a solid throw of 47 feet 9 inches. Jacob East launches it for a throw of 54 feet, landing just an inch short of his personal best. Wagner lands himself in podium position with a throw of 55 feet 9 inches. Futrell throws one final time to get himself into first place, but comes up about a foot short to Keck's final throw of 61 feet 3 inches. Keck again takes the crown, this time for lightweight. A sign of great things to come for Jacob East, his near PR performance proves he's laser focused on his goals for the season.
Weights for distance, I've had some nice progress as we've been going, so I'm looking to break 30 on a heavyweight for distance, looking to break 60 on lightweight for distance. First games of the year for a lot of us, so knocking some rust off from the off season and looking to see how some of the training has helped us push the envelope a little bit.
It's Chaz Wagner with sole ownership of bronze, Keck and Futrell sitting firmly at 1 and 2, the East brothers at 4 and 5 with Pinckney sitting close behind. Let's hop over to the always exciting Sheath Toss. The stakes are super high here for the Sheath Toss. At 22 feet, Pinckney, Jacob East, Jesse East, and Wagner all make their first tosses of the 16-pound bag with Keck and Futrell passing at this height. At 24 feet, Pinckney fails to make it over the bar while Jesse East makes it on his final attempt. Jacob East, Wagner, and Futrell all clear the bag on their first attempts. 26 feet is the moneymaker here. Keck clears the bar on his first attempt while Wagner, Jacob East, and Jeremy Futrell all fail to make it over the bar at this height. It all came down to Jesse East, who missed his first 2 attempts at this height. His current personal best is 24 feet. If he makes it, he puts himself into second place for the overall competition. If he misses, he falls to third overall. This is make or break. Jesse East secures second place with a personal best 26 feet in the Sheath Toss. Meanwhile, Keck continues going, easily throwing over 28 feet, 30 feet, and finally misses on 32 feet, taking the crown once again. A man of few words, Dr. Keck had a simple statement before the day started.
Sheath, as long as it's north of 28, I'm happy. It's my least favorite.
Jesse East moves into third place on the leaderboard, bumping Wagner down to fourth. Still, Keck firmly in the lead with Futrell in second, Jacob East and Pinckney at 5 and 6. Let's head over to the final event of the day, weight over bar. These guys are exhausted for WOB, but Pinckney opens it up with a throw over 10 feet, his final made throw of the day after a great opening performance. Jacob East and Chaz Wagner make their throws over 11 feet. Wagner then makes his throw over 12 feet, with Jesse East making it, in true Jesse fashion, on his final attempt. Jesse East makes his second attempt on 13 feet, leaving the competition for third overall in Wagner's hands. And Wagner misses his third attempt, meaning that Jesse East walks away with the bronze. East says it feels great to get back at it.
I felt pretty good. I started strong with stones. I mean, Braar,
You know, gave me a little bit of a hiccup, not being able to get a good grip on the stone, but then came back, won one open stone, and you know, the rest of the competition went the way that it did. Nothing crazy as far as PRs, but feel good, still feel loose, not hurt, so I can't complain.
While Keck and Futrell know they are walking away with gold and silver, they still decide to finish the day out strong. Futrell makes his final throw of the day at 13 feet on his first attempt, narrowly taking second place from Jesse East and Wob. He says he's pretty happy with his early season performance, coming in second place overall.
Nothing went poorly. Like it wasn't my best day in really any event, but it was right there within the kind of 10% margin I give myself for early season comps. So I'm not mad at it.
Keck continued throwing, clearing 14 feet, 15 feet, and just barely missing the mark at 16 feet 1 inch, which would have been a new personal best. Either way, Keck took first place in the event and walked away with the Highland Games gold. He says he's feeling pretty good with the W.
I'm pretty excited. So first competition of the season. So not every event went my way, so stones didn't quite go how I wanted, but I mean, like I said in the pregame little interviews there, my biggest strengths, I usually don't fall out of the top 3, so my lowest placing all day was 3rd, and then finished up with like 4 wins, so I'm feeling pretty good.
A look at the final leaderboard: Keck with the gold at just 11 points, Futrell with silver at 18 points, Jesse East with a gutsy 3rd place performance, Chaz Wagner at 4th with 25, Jacob East at 32, and Brandon Pinckney at 41. It's been a fantastic day here at the 2026 Sedalia Celtic Festival and Highland Games. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.